Well, good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your SPDR ETF stock market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for the evening of Wednesday, and we're at the 3rd of September, 2025. Now, this is all about jobs this whole week. We had the JOLTS report today. They lost 300,000 approximately offerings of jobs. The market saw a rally instantly in the stock market. We saw the yields right across the board all take a nosedive because this fits in with what the Fed wants to do. They're saying the jobs market is weakening. They see that. They need the proof of the data. This is one of them. So there's 4 pieces they're going to look at in jobs. Today was JOLTS. Next up, let's go to it if we could. You're going to get the Challenger Gray, which is going to come out with the U.S. planned job cuts at 6:30 in the morning. Last month they did 62,000. That's the second number. The third is the ADP number, and that change is going to come out at 7:15 in the morning. They're looking for 75,000 new jobs, which is a great number. Don't get me wrong. On normal times, that's a very good number, but that's under the 104,000. And on Friday, you're going to get the U.S. jobs report. That would be the fourth one. You're going to get jobless claims, which we could call that maybe number 3.5 to 4, and then jobs report is 5. It doesn't matter. The market will look at it, but these are going to be more important than that. The trade deficit at 7:30. The August final U.S. services PMI comes out at 8:45. And then the ISM August services numbers are going to come out at 9 o'clock. So we're getting a lot of data, and a lot of it is going to be related to the jobs. I will cover that, not tomorrow on time, by the way. I'm going to miss my SPDR ETF time tomorrow. I'll have to do that a little later, probably around 11 or so in the morning. Have an appointment out of the office, a doctor's appointment. Can't get away from it. You ever try to see some of these doctors? You either take what they can give you, or that's the end of it. Now, I've had a bad back, so I want to get that looked at by number of people. It just went out on me, and it's not been a fun summer. And if you've had a bad back, you know what I'm saying. Okay. So when we look at what happened, today was a mixed bag, down a little bit in the Russell and the Dow, and the two markets that they've been fighting. You either get the S&P and the NASDAQ up and the others down, or you get the Dow up and the Russell up and the others, the NASDAQ and the S&P down. So they're still doing that type of action here. The bond market, you saw a big rally. Amazon's up another 60 cents. I like what Netflix is doing. It's refusing to stay down, and that's important. Apple on fire. People are liking what they're hearing about the new products coming out. That probably helps. Home Depot got a bid today of $1.40. Lilly's been doing better and better as it's coming up. Tesla made back a good portion of what they lost just yesterday. Gold market still moving dramatically higher. Gold is up in no time at all, $100 an ounce, $200 in a couple of weeks. That's hard to believe what it's done there. Zscaler. And, I'll show you what they do in a moment here. They're in the security business, but it's higher high, lower low in the market. Here's what they do. They provide cloud-based internet security programs, and there's some of the names with them. Their business model, well, they've been coming down, and that's why I got interested in them. They're an interesting company. They've had the sell-off. They had come strongly from way down here in the 190 area, and finally they're falling back, and the question is, where do they find another base that they can possibly move up from? We haven't found that yet, but that's why I wanted to start showing it. You're in the thralls of trying to do it between the 100-day average, at least temporarily, and the 18-day average. And this brings up a point. Write me. Tell me what you want me to cover come Friday. It's going to be right on us before we know what to do. Give me your ideas of different markets you'd like. If you have the symbols, that's what I need, and that really helps. Notice how you're caught in the high Bollinger Band to the low in the 100-day average. That's why I started showing it. It had done that already, and it looks to me like it's a market that's trying to establish a trading base. When we look at momentum, it's not overbought, so it's in the thralls of trying to do that. Oklo. As I said, I think the 18-day average is going to prove to be an area to look at. Now, I'm aware that September is typically a super ugly market. I'm also aware that the Fed is looking for reasons to cut interest rates, and they're getting them if these jobs reports are weak. Can that overcome the weakness that you see in September? Why not? So I've got an open mind as to how this can all play out. Netflix, look at how it's caught between the upper and lower band. It really went from here, rode the 18, slipped back to the lower band, and it's come back to the 18-day average of closes. It's a market that I still think has a lot of potential eventually to the upside. United Healthcare, it got a buy signal off the embedded reading, and it's been unable to move. Very possibly, the fact that it was into the 230s recently and it's come back there might be that the market's saying it doesn't have the power to make that move with that momentum right now. Exelon, just slipping down. This is called a gorilla glue trade. It's when every day you hit a Bollinger Band, and it often begins forcing the slow stochastic to try to develop an bearish embedded reading. Again, take the Bollinger Band course. It's a third off, and if it does, it even tries to go lower. We'll see if that happens. Robinhood, as you can see, oversold, gave up quite a bit. So the recent range has been near the 117.5 zone. Now we're back down into the 100 level, and that's the lower part of the Bollinger Band. I think you're still caught in the sideways action here. We'll see if it can break out, but I'm not seeing it. Tesla, it's nice that it's playing around here, but that's all that I see it doing, playing around the 18-day average of closes. Joby has more ground to give. It's that simple. That's what I think. It's got the bearish embedded reading, so rallies get sold. Where's the next support? Probably between $12.41 and $11. So wherever it's going to go, it's going to go. Still looks to me bearish. In XLF, the financials, well, you know they're all waiting to get friendly this if interest rates fall. The banks are going to do business everybody. Well, that isn't necessarily the case. You just lost the bullish embedded reading. So in my work, before you go up here, price and the 18-day average, the red line, should come together. In XLI, momentum still pointing to the downside. You can see it here. You're down to the Bollinger Band. I don't think you press the market, but there's no reason to be in it. In XLE, be careful. You're flirting with losing the embedded reading. And if you do, in this energy select, why not get back to the 18-day average in front of the meeting that's this week with OPEC Plus, where they're talking they might raise oil production. Gold will not, I'm going to repeat it, is not going to stay over that upper Bollinger Band all that long. It will find a way to pull into it. So at any point, expect a correction of types in the gold. Do you play for that by being short? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. But it is probably time to take some money off the table and trim down any of your metal positions a bit. And I know what you're going to tell me, but Ira, well, here's what I'm saying to you. I'm not telling you that you have to do it in the market now, but you're going to get all those employment numbers in the morning. If they come out weak, interest rates drop, you probably get another price surge in the metals off of that intraday. I'd be looking very hard. Copper market, going strong. There's just no sign that the miners part of it has ended. BND, once they saw today that those numbers that came out in jolts, you could see what happened. You rallied back rather sharply. The dollar, which was up yesterday, gave back some of that gain, because if the Fed can cut interest rates, generally not bullish the dollar, and you're sort of caught in the middle of no man's land, and the FXE just sort of sitting at the 18-day average going sideways. So yes, the traders are coming back. This is the week where traders do come back. Some of them, they'll flow in all week long as their vacations end. Some people extend it for this week and just call it a game, and they'll be back over the weekend, and then they hunker in until Christmas time and Thanksgiving. So it gets interesting at this point. And make it interesting for yourself. I give my specific trade ideas. I follow a trade from the moment I recommend it in my subscriber videos, as they're called, till you're out with a profit or a loss. We track it all the way through. I give you a specific buy here, sell there, up until you're no longer in it. I've got trades on the spreadsheet that are 2.5 years old or 2 years old now. So they're sitting there. That's fine. That's what trading is about. Some are investments. They become that because they run for you. Others are trades. Metal markets are typically trades. Some people call them investments. I get that. But this big run up this fast, probably a market you want to be looking at. $34 a month for the futures video, the combo where you get the futures and the SPDR ETF, $67 for 3 months. Come on. All right, you're going to get all the specifics. Each video is 15 minutes or more longer. I break them into segments for you, so as you move your cursor around the website, they'll say you're in stocks, you're in SPDR ETFs, you're in the metal parts of it. I break them all down so you see all the different sections, and many people just skip back and forth in there for the section that they want. My futures, where I write my twice daily updates and I prep you way ahead of time as to events I see happening. Go to IraEpstein.com. Move your cursor to the top here. You'll do it. You'll see me with this one more day tomorrow. And that's it, folks. You have yourself a great evening. Watch the other videos. I'll catch you in the morning. Take care.